Hello.
How are we doing?
Hello.
Hi. Chris, how are we doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm okay. Let me just get this up on the big screen so we can see what's going on. Right, excellent. I could just see your face now, just about. Right, cool.
Yeah, we're still in the middle of training. It's going to be kind of a little bit difficult, but you there?
That's exactly where we like it, Chris.
Yeah. You want to do this in the gym or outside?
Whatever's got the best connection, to be honest with you.
Okay, probably outside. We're going to go ahead and walk outside. I'm going to give you a key, and we'll go ahead and do this. It's a little bit too noisy in here. We're going to step outside.
But it's even better still, the fact that it's in the gym. It makes it real. It just makes it more natural, right?
We got a heavyweight in here. He's hitting the mitts, and it's real difficult to hear.
Yeah, who's the heavyweight you got in there?
Tommy, what's his name? Lenroy Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah, he's supposed to be fighting this kid Brazil.
Okay.
On the upcoming fight.
Okay, is he a contender or is he, what is he? I mean, I don't know nothing about him, I've never heard of him.
No, he's an up-and-comer.
Unbeaten?
I'm sorry?
Is he unbeaten?
No, he's an up-and-comer. He's 16-1 or 16-2.
Okay, cool.
But, yeah, I'm just sitting outside. Now we can hear you. Let me go ahead and shut this door. I'm going to let you go ahead and talk to Keith.
Okay.
All right, here he is.
Keith, how you doing, man? Finally we get to see each other face to face.
Yes, brother, for sure.
I mean, the last time we spoke, do you remember the last time we spoke?
Barely. Your voice is one of a kind.
You do so many interviews. I remember you were at the bank at the time. You told me to bring you back.
What's that?
You were at the bank at the time. And I rang you. We contacted over Facebook, and then you saw to speak to you then.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Cool. So I wanted to know a bit more about your career, how you got into boxing. We did a kind of half-an-hour interview then, if you remember.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, so your next opponent is unbeaten like yourself.
Yeah, man.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. You were saying something, Keith.
I said yes. Yeah, he's undefeated.
So tell me about him. What do you know about him?
I know he's a puncher like myself. He's from Argentina. Most of his fights were over there in his hometown. He's competed once in the United States, and he's trying to break out in the U.S. and create some fame by stepping in the ring with me. I think it's a great fight for the both of us, and I'm just looking forward to it. I'm in the ring with somebody who's going to be coming to bang, and some people think it's a threat. Some people think I'm going to walk right through them, and that's what I plan on doing, man. I just got out of the gym. I'm training hard. I'm getting ready to create another knockout, man. Keith One-Time Thurman, back in action, July 27th.
I didn't keep saying one time, but with me, you just can't say those things because with all the other interviews you do, they say, yes, Keith, that's great, and they accept it. But I just want to know a little bit more. I mean, you're now fighting a guy that's unbeaten. So nobody can say Keith Thurman's fighting a guy that's a bum. He's unbeaten. He's coming to fight. He's looking to break out like you. Why would you take a match as difficult as this now, potentially, when you could be on the verge of a world title shot?
Well, because I'm a true fighter, man. You know what I mean? This is what I want to do. A lot of people are fighting other people, and this fight was presented to me, and I don't duck fights. You know what I mean? This is a great fight. I'm looking forward to this fight. I love challenges. He's an undefeated fighter, and I'm planning on adding him to my resume.
Okay, what does he bring to the table from what you've seen that is a threat from what you've seen?
Well, he's gonna bring pride from Argentina.
Right.
There's been a lot of big punchers, and I'm pretty sure that he wants to be on that list of punchers, and of world champions from Argentina. And, why is he taking the fight? He's got the number one position right now. I think he, wants to prove a lot, and I think he's going to do his best to do that July 27th. But like I said, man, that's why this just makes a great fight. We got two hungry fighters willing to do anything, and just tune in, man. I'm gonna be going ham 100%.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to be tuning in. I'm looking forward to the fight. Around you, the welterweight division, of course, is very exciting. You've got Paulie Malignaggi, who you and him had a bit of a confrontation with, and you've got Malignaggi fighting Broner. I mean, so how does that fit into your plans? And how do you see the whole Broner thing being in your division now?
I think Broner's doing what we call the hopscotch move. He's hopping in a weight class, grabbing a belt. I'm pretty sure he's gonna hop right back out. Paulie, on the other hand, I got tons of desire to go ahead and take out Paulie. Paulie's truly trying to be a welterweight world champion. He thinks he's too big for Broner. We're going to see what happens later on this month. And, like I said, man, these are just great fights. I'm in the world of boxing for a reason, not a short season, man. I'm not trying to be no one-hit wonder. I'm trying to be a legend in the game.
So, from your last fight to this fight, where do you think, what have you gone back and worked on? So, people say, I went back to the gym and I worked on things. What were the things that Keith Thurman thought, well, that was a good fight against Zavic, which was he was a seasoned professional, a good fighter, but people said he had his limitations. You've come through that fight. So what did you and Chris and Dan go back and work in the gym? What were the things that you felt that you needed to improve on?
Well, there's always a slightly different approach to every fight. And that's what we pretty much do, We studied the tape of Zavic, and I had a game plan, and I just stuck through that game plan for the whole fight. And it ended up being a great fight and a great performance. This one right here, I tell people all the time that, I'm a knockout artist, and I'm the kind of knockout guy that if I stop getting knockouts, I just start fiending for one. And to me, that's what this fight is going to be, especially knowing that I'm going up against another power puncher. To me, I got a lot to prove to be a power puncher. Is your power better than mine? I don't think so. I'm coming for you, So, there's just a fire underneath me right now. And, we're planning on just boxing smart, like always, boxing smart, picking your shots, and just, sitting down. I think maybe I could have sat down a little bit more. Maybe I could have allowed myself to be a little bit more flat-footed in the Zavic fight. A fighter's not going to say that very often, but my feet were moving quite a bit throughout that fight. So what I take from it is I could have stopped moving, and I could have sat down and created a little bit more of war situations, and then maybe I would have been able to develop a knockout in that fight, or at least a knockdown. So, I plan on fighting hard, boxing smart, and sitting down a little bit more in this fight.
So but the thing is, that's great, but that's also, if you sit down, then you're in the pocket to get hit. And of course, you're in the business about getting hit and not getting hit. So your chin could get checked in the process of you now sitting down and landing big shots, which is entertaining, but at the same time, it's risky for you, is it not?
It's about being in the pocket and executing your attack in the pocket and not allowing your opponent to do anything to you while you're in that pocket. Yes, it's a very vulnerable and difficult situation, but if I want to annihilate my opponent, I must step into that situation.
See, this is things fans like to hear, Keith, because, it's so often you hear an interviewer, so a guy says, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to blow a guy out, blah, 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 blah. But boxing needs personalities. Boxing needs fighters like yourself to talk about exactly what you're going to do and why you're going to do it and why you're executing such things. And of course, there are two explosive punches in the ring. There's always a possibility that guy at the other end could land a punch and it could go all wrong. So it's very intriguing. But, okay, this guy's unbeaten. Was there anybody else that you considered apart from fighting this guy, Chaves?
To be honest, man, he was one of the first that they mentioned, and with his number one position, I said, let's do it. Let's do it. My last opponent was number one in the WBO, and now we're moving over to the number one fighter in the WBA. I would like to fight a world champion, but this is what I'm stuck with, so we're taking the fight.
How different